Hello, welcome to the 123 Collections YouTube channel. My name is James Scott, the director of 123 Collections Limited. This is the fifth video in the series of short videos regarding some good credit control practices and debt collection information. So today we are going to discuss what needs to be included on a final demand. Short video today. So yeah, a final demand, it doesn't matter when you send it really, as long as the balance is overdue. It's up to you, depends on your relationship with your clients. So yeah, a final demand does need to include certain things. It's usually the last correspondence or letter you'll send before potentially escalating a debt, whether that's to a debt collection agency or whether that's filing a claim yourself or potentially getting a solicitor to write a letter, however you want to escalate it. So yeah, final demand letter. I do recommend emailing them to whatever contact details you have for the client, as well as sending it to the registered address for your client. Every company has a registered address listed on Companies House. I've gone over that in a previous video. So on your final demand letter, I'll start from the top and work down, and I'll just state what needs to be included. So top right of the letter, make sure your company details are there. So your company name, of course, and the company's address. On the top left of the letter, you need to have the client or debtor's company name followed by the registered address. It's very important you have on the letter the entity's name. If it's a company that owes the money, you need to make sure that company is written on top of the letter, so there's no confusion who the letter's addressed to. Next to that, so working down the letter, you need to have the letter dated, so the date it's sent. That's quite important because there will be a deadline in the letter once you get further down. So after the date, you need to have a title, final demand for payment, letter before action. I recommend either of those really. If it's the last correspondence you're sending regarding collection of a payment from a client. In the text, so obviously you can include different things in the text. I recommend keeping it short and to the point, trying to be void of any sort of emotion, anything like that. Just state the facts. So you need to include the total amount owed, and you also need to state that it is overdue for payment. Next, you will need to provide a deadline for that payment. So you could say something like, payment is expected within 7 days of this letter. Hence why the date at the top is important, or 7 days of receipt of this letter. So yeah. Next, you'll need to state what will happen if payment's not received. Your next steps of action. You should put something like, if payment's not received within 7 days of this letter, we will potentially pass this debt on to a debt collection agency. We may get our solicitors involved to write you a letter and pursue payments, something along those lines. You should also mention if the debt is escalated, late fees and interest may be applied to the current balance owed, so the debt could potentially increase. That should be added to the letter. The other thing, so obviously in the text you can add different things. You can list the invoices. You can state what the work is done. You should mention the fact that any queries or disputes have been answered as far as you're concerned, and keep it like that. And the other thing you need at the letter, on the bottom of the letter, I should say, is payment details. Make it very clear where payment should be made. Put your bank details, payment details on that letter, so the customer can just pay the total balance from the information provided on that one letter. And that's it really. Yeah. So that's a brief list. So very important. Most important, make sure your name, your company name, and the debtor's company name are included, registered addresses, date, and yeah, total amount owed, and state that it's overdue, and put a deadline for when you expect payment. That's all very important, and it's also very important, I believe, to send it through the post, so there can be no argument about it being received. Send it through the post, send it via email to avoid any accusations of oh, we didn't see that, we didn't receive it. If you've sent it to their registered address, that is their fault. If they haven't received it, it's their business address. They should be able to receive letters that are sent there. So yeah, that's it. Remember, my name's James Scott, the director of 123 Collections Limited. We will happily pick up new clients. We do operate solely for UK-based clients, but we can collect abroad. If you would like to give me a call to potentially give you some more information or work on a debt for your company, please feel free to follow the link below, and it will take you to my website. It'll have my phone number on there. You can give me a call during business hours, or you can email me at info@123collections.co.uk, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So, yeah, remember, you should always be paid for your work. Thanks very much.